different fields of philosophy: epistemology, metaphysics, uh, ethics, aesthetics, different fields of philosophy, logic, you know, naturalism. Uh, so yeah, and how to ask the right questions. You know, philosophy is it's a Greek word, philosophy, love. It means love of wisdom, and philosophy is all about asking deep questions, not useless questions, but deep questions. Like, what do you like? Political philosophy, like pro-life, pro-choice, ethics. That that counts as ethics. Political philosophy is ethical decisions that that makes you lean to either left wing or right wing, or neither of the two. But you could lean toward left or right. Like pro is it right to kill a unborn baby, or is it immoral? That's ethics in political philosophy. Now, art. What considers as art? What considers as art? Like, is modern art real art? You know, like in I forgot which art museum, but they have a like real shit in a museum, and they have it in an art museum, and that's modern art. That's today's. That's what counts as today's art. Not like some good paintings like the Mona Lisa or the or some Dali painting, but just actual shit. That's kind of art. To me, that's not art. That's just bullshit. That's just crap, literal crap. So yeah, aesthetics, political philosophy. Let's talk about ethics. I already talked about ethics. That's political philosophy too. Ethics. Reality. Reality. When two people touch a wall, and both of them look away, but three people. The third one, um, um, uh, he's very skeptical about physical reality. He doesn't trust his senses that much. I think Platonist. I think either Platonist or Pythagoras questioned reality. I don't think Pythagoras questioned reality. I think it was Platonist. Question reality, don't trust your senses, and all that. Or was it the more of a Renaissance Christians, like say Augustine, I think it's called, that questioned your senses and all that. So back to the thought experiment. Three people touch the wall. One person skeptical about reality. One person accepts the evidence and physical senses that gives them knowledge of reality, and the other one is in between both thoughts of reality. Skeptical of reality and senses of reality. So, but all three of them touch the wall, and the skeptic's like, the wall's not even there, even though I could feel it. And the naturalists who trust the senses and knowledge from the senses is like, yeah, the wall's there, I could feel it. And the other one is like, I don't know, maybe the wall's there, maybe it's not, maybe it's just all in my mind, maybe reality is subjective. So then all three of them look at the wall, and it's there. So who's right? The naturalists. That's the way I see. Or you could come up with your own conclusion, but me, I'm a naturalist. I see reality as reality. When I look away and look back to the physical object, it will still always be there. A is A. Now that's metaphysics, ethics, political philosophy. Let's continue on with political philosophy. Private ownership. You own your own products. You own objects. You own your own body. So capitalism and socialism has two completely different ways of seeing politics, different political ideas. Capitalism, you own your private property. Socialism is a collective. The state owns the property. You know, everyone shares, the wealth. And socialism, capitalism. That's it. Capitalism, socialism, well, no. But capitalism, you have to work hard, and it's a hierarchy: bosses and workers, and then there's raises. You're getting a raise. You're getting a raise, or you're getting promoted. So bosses, capitalism. This is capitalism. So bosses decide who's getting a raise, who's getting promoted. Socialism, everyone's equal. Everyone get paid the same amount, even though one worker works harder than the other worker, and that's just unfair. That's socialism. Socialism, capitalism, two different things. Now enough about politics, ethics, political philosophy. Oh yeah, politics, ethics, metaphysics, aesthetics. Now, but knowledge. I touched on knowledge earlier. Knowledge and reality. Epistemology. Epistemology. Knowledge is a continued process. It's a realm of thought. It's you don't just stop gaining knowledge. You don't just stop having knowledge. You have to grasp it and continue to have that knowledge. Knowledge is either hands-on or an idea or self-interest is not self-interest, that's ethics. Knowledge through your senses and through experience, you gain knowledge. That's the way I see knowledge. You test you cook something with your pots and pans, and then when you touch the bottom of the pot and pan while you're cooking something, it burns. Then you gain knowledge that don't touch that fucking pan and pot, because it'll burn you. You gain knowledge. You gain experience. You gain knowledge from experience. Now, enough about knowledge, some metaphysics, aesthetics, epistemology, political philosophy, ethics. So there's other fields of philosophy, but I'm not getting into other ones. Those are the ones that pop up at the top of my head. But this. Let's think about something else. Existentialism. No. Let's not talk about existentialism. Let's talk about. So we talk about most of the my philosophical views come from objectivism, and I just put my own spin on it, my own spin on objectivism, my own different style of objectivism. Just like Ayn Rand, the founder of the school of thought, the objectivism. She took some Aristotle's philosophy and she changed it up a little bit. She added her own, spin on that philosophy. And Aristotle took some stuff from Plato and added on his own, and he criticized Plato, and he just added on his own twist to that philosophy, that school of thought, Platonist school of thought. That's what all these philosophers are doing. They just take some stuff from, Karl Marx takes some stuff from Hegel. He took some stuff from Hegel, and then he just make his own spin on it, and that's what many philosophers do. They just take some stuff from other philosophers and then just change it up a little bit. And religions do that too. Zoroastrianism and Christianity, and Gilgamesh. I think that story of Gilgamesh, and Egyptian mythology, and many other religions too. Christianity adopted many parts of those religions. Zoroastrianism, Tale of Gilgamesh, I think it's called, and some Greek and Roman gods, and the flood, the story of the flood. They took that story from other stories that came decades and decades before Christianity. And Buddhism took some stuff from Hinduism. It branches off from Hinduism and became its own religion. So yeah, so that's what religion and philosophy. That's like some comparisons between religion and philosophy. And philosophy has some,
Go next, okay?
and philosophy, different philosophical schools of thought, almost have some characteristics of a religion, like objectivism. Objectivism have the founder Ayn Rand beliefs, and some schools of thought has symbolism, and the main book of these schools of thought. Like communism has the Communist Manifesto. Ayn Rand's philosophy objectivism has the Atlas Shrugged and many other books. And I forgot what's the name of this one. School of thought of objectivism, but they have their own symbolism with the I and the O, the I inside the O, objectivism. I forgot the name of that organization, but they followed school of thought of objectivism. Yeah, and many of these religions they have their own schools of thought and denominations. Philosophy evolved over time, changed over time, and added on some more schools of thought and more different ideas, unique ideas, and theories, philosophical theories. Religion evolves and have their own, change their ethics, they change their image, and they add on from their holy books, and they add more holy books and have a different logo, symbolism, and they have different founders of these different denominations and religions. So yeah, philosophy and religion share some similarities. And that's all I'm going to say for this video. Peace out.